I'm not sure if he's a professional hockey player who plays ping pong or a professional ping pong player who plays hockey, but he does both. Don't play against him for money in either. Dominic Moore is with us. Welcome back to Toronto.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you are a scandalous sort. I see the list here of the celebrities at the Smashfest. This is the ping pong tournament.
Yes.
That you guys have every year. You are number one on this list, and I'm guessing that's not because you made up the list. I'm guessing this is the seating.
It could be the seating, or it could be order of commitment to the event, in terms of when
good too.
When they said they were going to be attending.
Were you a degenerate ping pong player as a kid?
Absolutely. Any rainy day, you're down there for hours as much as you can. And
now, did you start? Did you play in the basement? Did you have a table?
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
And then did you once you got into school? I know it's big in colleges.
Yeah.
You go to college, everybody plays ping pong. There's like a big room, right? Where they have it all. You've continued to play, have you?
Absolutely. Well, the idea for the event came from that every locker room has a table.
Yeah.
In
right.
the NHL, and I love to play. I used to battle all the time with Marty St. Louis, and
was he any good?
He's amazing.
Really?
He's an athlete. He's obsessed with ping pong like I am, and a lot of every team. There's guys that are so into it, and I always thought, man, this would make a great event to kind of bring to the public.
And you would know that because you've played for almost every team.
I've seen these locker rooms. Yeah.
How many?
Well, I don't know. You better count than I am, but
I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah,
my GPS ran out when you went to, I don't know, somewhere between New York and Boston. But can you maybe let the listeners know, since you left Toronto, the order of succession in terms of cities, if you can remember?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't go back that far. I'm focused on the present. But we had 3 good years in New York. Getting to the Stanley Cup Finals, and I made the conference finals with Tampa and with Montreal, and with New York, as I said, and then last year with Boston, and now here.
10 teams, by the way.
There you go.
Like he didn't. Like he didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
Stempniak has me beat though. So.
Does he? What's he in?
I think he's at 11 or 12.
Is that why you didn't invite him to the ping pong?
He's invited. I've played with him. He's a great guy. He's a decent ping pong player, but not elite.
Hey, how cool is it to come back here? Obviously, things have changed, but and I notice, I think Zach Hyman, Brown, and Connor Carrick, your new teammates, are going to be there tomorrow. Talk a little bit about the dynamic of coming back to this team, because there's a different vibe around this team, Leafs team, than there has been in the city for a long time.
Well, absolutely there is. For me, coming back is, it's a very different organization than it was before when I was here, and in all sorts of good ways. And obviously, I think everyone in the city is excited for the potential, but I think it's more than potential. I think I'm excited to join the group and get started. I've heard from the guys you mentioned that are coming to the event. I'm excited to spend time with them on Thursday night at Steam Whistle for the event. But I was also fortunate enough to hear from other guys to welcome me to the team, and spoke with Austin Matthews last week. Thought it was a really nice thing of him to do, to give me a call and welcome me to the team. I certainly wasn't that mature at his age, so I'm excited to join this group.
Do you feel any veteran responsibility with a group that is as young as this group? I mean, you've gone to places where you might not be the youngest guy, but there's veteran leadership already. Do you feel like that's part of your role now?
I think it's part of the role for sure, but I think it's also you just be yourself. I think when Mr. Lamoriello and Brendan Shanahan, decide to bring me in, it's a matter of whether I'm a fit, as who I am. And
sure.
On the ice, off the ice, whatever those considerations may be. And for me, that's what I'm focused on, being myself on the ice, off the ice. And in terms of leadership, I've always felt that everyone in the dressing room is a leader in different ways. Everyone's got to be themselves and bring what they.
Of course.
And I'm going to learn from Austin, and he'll learn from me in different ways. So I'm looking forward to it.
Tell us a little bit about this event. What is the format of this Smashfest thing?
The long and short of it is it's a party, but with ping pong as the theme.
Yes.
at Steam Whistle Brewery. And it starts with a really casual doubles pro-am. We've got 25 plus NHL players that are in attendance. And if you go to smashfest.ca, you can see who's coming. And, we've got Taylor Hall, we've got Matthew Tkachuk, Ryan Spooner, Connor Carrick, as you said, Connor Brown, Leaf teammates. We've got Adam Henrique. Patrick Eves is our two-time defending singles champion. So it starts with the doubles where guests in attendance play with the players in a super casual. You don't have to be skilled at all. And then after that, we have where we crown the NHL ping-pong champion of the league. And so it gets pretty intense, but it's actually pretty amazing to watch how good these guys are.
So is it a knockout format once you get down to just
yeah?
you guys?
The singles is a bracket, so it's an 8-man tournament. So the top 8 guys are in the tournament.
And how many? Like, what do you play best of what, or do you play to just a certain number of points?
You play best of 3 sets until the finals. You play 3 out of 5. And last year, Alex Burrows was up 2-0 in match point on Patrick Eves and lost the match.
Wow.
So that was an epic battle. And, I think Burrows is back and he's excited to challenge for the title again. Eves is back. Spooner's a new addition. He's excited to try and knock out Jeff Skinner, who's, he's won most improved last year. He spends 3 nights a week taking lessons. So we'll see what happens.
Seriously?
Well, that's unconfirmed, but that's what I'm hearing. Yeah.
So was it Burrows that choked last year?
I wouldn't say choked.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You said he's up 2 sets to Donut, and he's got match point and lost the match?
He did, but...
Look it up in the dictionary. That's a choke.
Or it's an incredible comeback. I guess it depends on how you look at it. And Eves is a 2-time defending champ for a reason. But, yeah, the night it's just a party, and, we're fortunate to have a tremendous amount of support, and, the money raises for research for concussions and rare cancers. We've got a new research project that we initiated this year with a Harvard and MIT affiliated research lab called the Broad Institute in Boston. Being there last year, we were able to spend some time with them and put together this project, and it's something that we're really proud of. It, for rare cancers, they don't get the funding that some of the common cancers are able to get, and so in order to provide some resources, we're doing the best we can with the event.
No, just to clarify here, there's no fit really here between the money that goes to the rare cancers and that goes to the concussions. Those are two separect
entities.
Okay, good.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Good.
we support those 2 causes, and it's our 6th year now of the event, and it continues to grow. And we're fortunate for the support from you guys as well.
Well, we're happy to help out. When do you? I guess you've had the skates on a few times this summer.
Yeah.
You're not being specific, so it hasn't been that often, has it, More?
Well, the summer was a little longer than I would have liked it to be this year. We've had some long playoff runs in the seasons leading up, but we were fortunate enough to make the playoffs when we hadn't in 2 seasons in a row in Boston, so that was great. But we ran into a hot Ottawa team, so the summer's been a bit longer than I would have liked. So definitely good to get on the skates earlier rather than later when you have that kind of...
When do you crank it up, though? When do you start regular workouts, or do you?
I'm always the kind, I feel better when I'm doing stuff. I feel worse when I stop.
When you sit around?
Yeah, so I don't like to sit around. I like to be active, and, I think you taper it, though, and try and peak at the right time, but you just kind of keep your routine throughout the summer.
Well, I'll tell you what, your stick handling skills are mid-season form, because the way you stick handled around Bob saying, did he choke? That was veteran savvy right there.
No, he choked. We know that. Do you play golf?
I'm not a golfer. I'm a big tennis guy. So it's
oh, really?
I love the game, and it's perfect cross training for me because
Well, I was going to say, a lot of the guys play golf, as you know.
Yeah.
Stamkos is a member at my club, and I see him there all the time. And I'm not here to dismiss golf because I love to play.
Yeah.
But it isn't the greatest exercise in the world. Yeah. I mean, you get a little sun and you walk around a bit, and most of the guys are driving in a cart anyway, and guzzling back alcoholic soft drinks. I'm just wondering if there's a particular activity that might be best for a hockey player. And tennis isn't bad. Do you ride a bike?
I do. Yeah, I like to ride. But really, if you're looking at cross training activities, it depends on what level you're at with tennis. But if you play at a good level,
No, of course. It's a workout.
It's a workout. It's
Yeah.
lateral agility. It's hand-eye. You got core. You got a lot of things that are complementary.
Smashfest Charity Ping Pong Challenge takes place Thursday, July 20th. That's this Thursday at Steam Whistle Brewery here in Toronto. We wish you good luck with it again. And it'd be nice if you could get on the podium. We'll see if your game is any good. Thanks for stopping by, and hopefully we'll see you before the hockey season starts.
For sure. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Tom.
That's Dominic Moore.